Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be going over how I made these beautiful fondant teddy bears. They're so adorable. I followed Dilmy Delight's tutorial on YouTube, and today I'm gonna show you how I made them. So we're gonna start with this craft foam ball that I got at the dollar store. You're gonna start by cutting the sides of the foam ball and make sure that you leave the bottom part a little bit thicker than the top. It is very messy, so make sure that you're doing this over a plate or at another station just so it doesn't get to your fondant. So I made this marshmallow fondant, and at first it was perfect, but then I added too much CMC powder. That's why it looks cracked. CMC powder is great when you're making these type of little fondant details because it helps it hold its shape better. And also I'm gonna be scraping it with a toothpick, so it really didn't have to be perfect. Once you cover it, you're gonna want to remove all the excess fondant, and like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, just smooth it out. This is what I'm doing, and it actually did work. By the way, these pink gloves are so cute. I'll be linking them for you guys down below. So at first I tried to do the teddy bear without the foam, and honestly it looked very squished and I did not like how it stood. And I feel like the foam actually gives it more stability because we're going to be adding a toothpick after this. So I really recommend you guys using a little foam ball inside. Okay, and right here I'm just rolling some blue fondant because we're going to start making the clothes. Okay, so once you have it thin enough, you're going to want to make a cut and you're going to put it on the teddy bear. And you can glue this with a little bit of water. It always works for me. And you guys, can you believe that this little teddy bear took me 35 minutes? I had to edit 35 minutes of this. That was so crazy to me. No wonder that cakes are so expensive. Now I'm just cutting off the excess fondant and smoothing everything together. I do recommend you guys having scissors at work for your fondant details because it really does come in handy. If you have time, obviously make this more straight, more perfect. I just wanted to show you guys a short tutorial. Okay, now I'm adding a toothpick, and this is going inside the foam. That's why it's really important that you guys do have the foam in there. Okay, so now I'm just rolling some fondant and using a really sharp knife to make these cuts. CMC powder really makes this go a little bit smoother because if your fondant is too soft, it kind of drags with the knife and it doesn't make these clean cuts. Now we're going to go around the teddy bear with this fondant tool. I'll be linking all the tools on the bottom. I'm going to be linking all the tools for you guys. And then with a little bit of water, we're going to stick on our fondant. I'm just using this tool with a little bit of water, and then I'm kind of going around to see where I'm going to place the suspender, and the water is just going to act as a glue and just stick it on there. Once it's on there, I'm just adding some indentations with this tool and then cutting off the excess fondant in the back. Now I'm just making some small buttons and I'm sticking them on with water. And you need the tiniest amount of water because if you add too much, it can create a little puddle. So that's not what you want. Now this is a little pocket that's going to go in the front of the outfit. And again, I'm adding some water. You can't even see that it's water, you guys, but it's the tiniest amount. Now once it's on there, we're going to be using our fondant tool and again making those little indentations. Right here, I'm just trying to open the pocket a little bit with a toothpick. Now for the legs, I like to do them at the same time, kind of with the same piece of fondant. And then I just cut it in half, but right here I'm just shaping it. Okay, so right here I'm just smoothing the leg and shaping it. Okay, with the ball tool, I'm just pressing on the sides, and then that's where we're gonna add our toothpick, again adding some water. And now I'm doing the arms again with the same piece of fondant, and I'm just cutting it in half. Okay, so right here I'm just shaping the arms, and then we're gonna be using the ball tool again to put it on the teddy bear. Okay, so once you add the legs and the arms, you're gonna get a toothpick and go around the whole teddy bear, making these little hairs around him. Okay, so this is what takes the longest, but it's actually really satisfying and calming, and it looks really realistic. Okay, so for the head, it's just a ball of fondant, and you could also use the foam ball if you wanted to, but I didn't. I just used the fondant and it was fine. Okay, so right here I'm just using a little bit of lighter fondant that I'm gonna put on the face for the nose. This is how I made the ears, and then at the end I just cut off the bottom of the circles and then I glued it on with water. Right here I'm just giving it some shape, and then I'm using a toothpick to make like indentations and then adding water, and then it does not go anywhere. So I really like using water. I know some people use edible glue, but it's not really necessary. So I started making the hair on the bear, but I totally forgot that I still wanted to add more details to the outfit. So I carefully removed the head, and then with the fondant tool, I just went around the suspenders. So I added a bit of water to the top, and then I put the head back on the teddy. I added a small piece of the lighter fondant to the feet, and then I'm gonna start making the eyes now. I made 2 small indentations for the eyes, added a bit of water, and then my black fondant. So once everything's on there, I'm gonna make a small line under the nose, and you could add more details to it. Also, I think it would look so cute if he had like some pink cheeks. And now to finish off our teddy bear, we're gonna add a small bow. And honestly, I loved making the little bow. It was so much fun. Okay, so you get a small piece of fondant, you start bending like the ends, and then you glue everything together with some water. And this teddy bear is done. I know it was a long video, but honestly, it did take me such a long time to make, but it was totally worth it. And this is how the cake looked. It was so beautiful. I made 3 teddy bears, and I'm gonna be posting the tutorial on how I made this cake because it was so beautiful and glittery. It honestly was one of my favorite cakes to make. And that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this short tutorial. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I will be reading them. Don't forget to leave me your like and subscribe for more baking tutorials.